Howdy y'all, I am Ice Gold, and today we're doing some more Ice PvP, and this one was honestly quite an enjoyable match. This one was one where I was able to sort of show how strong Ice can be if we're not deck failing. And it's like, for a while now, I mean, Ice has just been held down by bad deck RNG due to having to like needing so much stuff, just random stuff chucked in here. I mean, I've got like a bunch of thieving dragons, I've got colossi for these threefold fevers that I also have to pack in main, and then, you know, it's just a lot of stuff in the deck, and, you know, it's... How many unique cards am I even packing? Am I breaking the 1811 rule? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I already know I am. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Although we can maybe consider this 15, considering they serve the same purpose. So yeah, 16, 17, 18. Okay, so I do actually only have the 18 unique cards, of course, though. 19, 20, and yeah. So... overall, I mean, the deck is just sort of an amalgamation, but if you can pull all of your cards right, if you get all 6 of these Balefrosts, and if you get all 11 of these braces, because my pet decided to be generous in this match, as you will see, but if you can get all of that, and, you know, you can play around what counters your opponent has, I back 3 Wyverns, of course, and then... yeah, just be sure you don't walk right into your opponent's counters. If you could do that, you'll be fine. So, yeah, ultimately, it's Ice has a very high ceiling, but a low floor, and that is sort of the main reason why Ice is so inconsistent. It's like Ice can definitely like really put in work, but you know, if we're deck failing, then it's like, well, what do, you know? So that's yeah. It's just deck failing is Ice's biggest hurdle to clear, and just usually we can't clear it, but in games like this we can. And like a lot of it comes down to cycling. It's like how well you mitigate your bad RNG. But if you get good deck RNG, of course, then, you know, cycling, of course, still matters, but less so, and you can sort of keep essentials in your hand as you need them. So, I mean, you'll see me top deck one of these maybe twice, so that'll be fun to watch. But yeah, I think that's all I really need to say. The stats have not changed since last time. Just going to briefly go over just sort of everything that I'm wearing one more time. I'm thinking about making the new Lemuria raid hat, though, just because instead of getting a moon trap, it gives me a main deck Frost Giant, which can be a very, very good blade counter. So that might be what I do, but for now, I think that it's going to wrap up this intro. So I hope y'all enjoy the match as much as I did this time for once. Alexis Moon. We got a death. Saying something, but I'm about to hit my dance. Okay, so that's a lot of one hits to start off with. I think we'll get rid of that and probably a lot of stuff and go for this. Could start bubble before too long. Not opposed to it. Maybe I get threefold, who knows. Yep, steel pep right there. I mean, why not just wand again? Screw it. If we top deck 3 of them, may as well, right? So she's at about 11.5k just off of that, which is a little crazy to me. Okay, she went for this. But fortunately, I have a third wand hit in hand. Alright, what pip does she get here? She gets another death pip. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to golem, and then I'm going to go for another wand, just to get these off me slowly. The main thing in this matchup is being sure we have Surge and Mammoth at all times, and I packed 4 Mammoths. So, you know, best case that's enough, right? Won't need a Colo. Weakness isn't bad. I think if I wand into weakness, kinda in business here. That might be a wand of her own. Yeah. $12,184 becomes $12,132. Gas. As glitchy as Golem is, it is still pretty useful. Twarat's probably not going to fly against the Death School, but I could do something like Ellie Shield and then bait a Pyre Dragon, that type of thing. Although usually they don't let themselves get baited, so we'll see how that goes. So she's going for that, which means that's probably not wise, but I could do this. If she mashes, I might start Bubble, to be honest. Okay. Yeah, she's gonna go for that. We'll probably get rid of this. And I think I'm gonna weakness here. Maybe bait out a Ghoul, and then go for a Thieving. We're gonna see how that goes. No to the Twaret, but Thieving into Moon could be fire. Okay, interesting. Yeah, we're gonna rebrace then. Got another brace, that's always good. I like the fact that we got a lot of Thievings. Yeah, there's the Ghoul. So we're gonna go for our Thieving here. And then maybe pre-pull for a Wyvern. That could be good. So, well, not really much to pre-pull with, but even still. Because if she goes for that Pyre Dragon, then a Wyvern is the best course of action. I don't know. I don't think it's in the cards. I could Moon into Surge, something like that. Well, that's a mash. Maybe I can... Yeah, I mean, no immediate threat, but I want a Mammoth here, without a doubt. So maybe I start Bubble, and then try and pull from side. Hell, even a Frost Feather would be good right about now. So, okay. Let's go for this. See what's up. Whoa. That was quick. I mean, I could Thieve him that. Not opposed. Yeah, let's do it. Gets me a shield. Ever since I started packing 5 Thievings, like, these Aura War matchups have been going way better. Fire Elf in case of a random shield. What are we looking at here? That might be a ghoul, actually. Or a red ghost? Okay. I can work with that. I'm thinking 35 bub. And then see where we want to go. Yeah. I mean, we got plenty of braces in hand as well. Like, we're not in the worst position, though pulling more bubbles would be quite nice. Got a Frost Feather. So, yeah, I mean, it's not the move I wanted to make, but, you know, we could still do it. It was a good top deck there. So, run it up. I could still moon, I could surge, I can brace. The hand's in a good spot, I feel like. Alright, you know what? Maybe I don't have to brace. Sick. That's also a good pull. So if she does mash right now, I'm going to surge into that. Oh, okay. So... am I sitting on shads? Not yet. So I think moon first, and then go for a surge. Yeah, my shad meter's at 70%. She's been sort of sitting on him for a bit. So, good to get some damage while we can, and then I'm going to surge. 1500, pretty good. I love that I don't have to manage my pips well at all. Isn't that just so amazing? Alright, but she's going to go for that. Which isn't that bad because, of course, as y'all saw, I have a bunch of these. So, we're honestly doing quite nice for ourselves. It's like I had 3 in hand, but the extra one from my pet. So this is 11 braces, by the way, just so we're absolutely 100 billion% clear with the pet brace. So this helps me build pips, which is also helpful. Lord of Winter, maybe out of a cheeky Tri-Shield. We can see about it. That's going to be mash. Headless. Okay, so we're going to surge here, I think. Yeah, I'd rather not sit on shads. And then from there... alright, yeah. Surge. Don't sit on shads. And then we can Mammoth next turn. In a pretty good spot at the moment. Another brace has hit the World Trade Center. But yeah, Mammoth in hand, that's always good. She's going to surge. So I might actually Frost Feather first. Mammoth is still my play, but out of a Frost Feather makes it better. Especially if she goes for a mash or a Grim or something of the sort. So we are still looking pretty good. I've also got just a million braces. I'm pulling them all early, which is probably not a good sign. We'll try and cycle mana a bit, get rid of that Lord. And she did go for the mash, just like I thought. Which means it is Mammoth time. And then that'll put on 2 weaknesses. Do some damage. And then from there, most ideally, we could surge. If not, we have a brace, and we could just keep doing that for the foreseeable future, and I'm fine with it. So yeah, 2,000 right there. That's pretty good value. Frostfeather, Moon, all decent cards. Maybe I get an Ice Pip here and Brace. Yeah, I'm liking Brace right now. Yeah, so the 895. And she be served. Sick. Alright, so... Actually, we're still, like, way further ahead than I thought we were. Gonna keep it a buck. Take your time. Alright, we got the surge. So that's good. She braced. So I'm gonna surge. Hopefully she changes the bubble. So that way I can Frostfeather. Another surge, also decent. Maybe she'll Red Ghost here. Wanted, okay. That's fine too. Most of what I'm trying to do is just sort of time out that brace as I can. Also, just no harm in going for a random Fire Elf. Make sure she can't ghoul anymore, just randomly. It's been sitting in my hand, taking up space, might as well. And we can also... Okay, we don't need that many surges, I promise. And then we can also keep digging for Woolly Mammoth. That will be... ideal, because we could, if we get it, we can Mammoth into a surge, and we're in a good spot from there. Red Ghost, Avenging Fossil, interesting. So that gives me a Moon, which I can then surge out of. She didn't crit, which helps me even more. So that's my play. We'll cycle main a bit, go for the Moon, and then surge. She can Grim, actually. Yep. But I guess she didn't crit on me either, so fair enough. But yeah, if she Grims, I will... Honestly, I might not even shoe. I think just keeping Brace is better. Is that going to be... Okay, so she bubbled. Which means I think Frostfeather here is good. We could do that. I will probably get rid of that and then go for it. Having every bubble and every brace is how Ice wins this matchup. And so far that's been working out well. Another thieving is always good. We still got a pretty commanding lead, and I like that. We honestly got good damage out of that Fire Elf, too. We might not have a brace right now. Okay, but we're gonna get one. That's the moral of that. And then we can see what we can pull. Elemental could be good before too long. Or honestly, I mean, Elemental here's not even bad. I kind of like it. Let's do it. It's not a braced hit. So we could do this. Another 800. So yeah, now I could brace into like a surge. That weakness is going to be helpful. So we'll stabilize. And then we can surge into a, probably get rid of the Lord, or at least, yeah, whatever. So let's surge here, and then we can thieving. Yeah. This is really what it must be like to not deck fail. What's this gonna be? Headless? Sure. I think I'm actually gonna bubble first. Just because, like, maybe she bubbles too. And that can time out her brace a little bit better. And then, yeah, while we do that, let's try and find a mammoth, because that's going to be important. Elephant. I mean, I haven't really seen her go for much in the way of shields, so. Yeah, we definitely don't have a surge, that's the problem. But I could always thieving. I like this, and then I could stabilize out of it. Maybe not worry too much about her aura. If it was just one weakness, I would have thieving to the moon. But since it's two, this is probably wiser. Only 1100, but brings us closer. I also got a surge. Dude, I'm top decking everything. Like, this must be what crack feels like. Alright, so had every stabilize, every thieving, every bubble, almost every bubble. Dude, this does feel like drugs. What the hell? Attenuate, bro? This is actually my first attenuate that I've seen, which is going to make this probably hurt a lot mentally for her. Because every single brace counter I've had up to now has been a thieving dragon, so. And then, you know, if she goes for another brace, I have two of those. So sick. Yeah, she went for the Grim, which is fair enough. I think Surge, maybe try and find like a Mammoth. I know I still have at least like two more, because I've used two. Yeah, sub 1k. It's just kind of boned. So maybe get rid of this. Alright. Yeah, this is, dude, good deck RNG does feel like crack, I'm telling you. And, well, honestly, we don't really need an elf if we have a golem. Yeah, let's see. This might just be game here. I don't know if Mammoth will do 2.2, but If not, we still got like thievings and all that to finish up. Yeah, probably not at this point then. I think it might have... no, I don't think it would have gotten over, but... We do have the Thieving Dragon to finish off, which is always nice. Even got to fire off to counter a shield, just in case. Alright, Monster Mash. Fair enough. You know, I could just look around in there for my last mammoth, but I think that might be a little OD. Ice Gold Peeve, hell yeah. Got a Wyvern of all cards. Honestly, if she Pyre Dragons into like a... Well, let's see here. She would still have a 20% weakness on. Honestly, if this into a Skeletal Dragon, would it do it? I don't know. I mean, if I pull a Spirit Shield, then definitely not, but... Whoa, okay, lag. I did get it. I did get the Spirit Shield. So yeah, at this point, now it's over. That could have actually been an interesting play. I don't know if a Skeletal Dragon would have done it with a 25 buff and a 30 buff with that 20% weakness. If I didn't pull the shield, I would have stabilized, so... Nobody know. And yeah, it definitely looks like she had a lot of Pyre Dragons that might have been clogging her hand. And I just never really shielded like that. Outside of, like, thieving. The Neuralink is uncomfortably hot within my head. It sears my flesh. The constant mathematical processes fatigue me. In this endless pain, I recall to my childhood game. The fond memories bring me comfort as I am trapped within this prison of biomachinery. There are games where I feel like I'd rather have whatever you've got going on with your Neuralink, man. I hope I never get a Neuralink. Those things sound so just goofy to have. And probably very detrimental to your health. Yeah, I mean, that was kind of aggressive. That's probably about the best deck RNG you could get in this matchup. Just every brace, every bubble almost. Every mammoth. Kind of up like that. But I'm out of mammoths, speaking of, so add one more of those. Yeah, I only used one Tri-Shield that entire game, and it was that last one at the end. So we need 3 mammoths. That's all that we're missing at this point.